Hi, guys, and welcome back to episode 41 of Let's Talk About It 803. I am here today with the beautiful Miss Lizette Diaz in the building, collaborating author. How are you,
I'm
Lizette?
good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this. And I'm doing wonderful.
That's good. I'm glad you came to the
Yes.
show. I'm ready to hear your story, and I know everybody else is ready. So tell me a little bit about Lizette.
Okay, so, hey guys. Excuse my nervousness. I was born premature. I was born 1 pound, 15 ounces, blind in both eyes. Through the grace of God, He saved one. And I'm still here standing. Went through a lot of trials and tribulations growing up, and I'm still standing. It's not what you go through, it's how you go through it. It's trusting in God and knowing that He's walking with you through it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So how did you get through this? Being blind in both eyes, and then now you're able to see through one. Was it rough for you?
So the thing was, at that time, I was born in 1979, so there wasn't a lot of cases of preemie babies.
Right.
So they didn't know how to treat them.
Right.
So they had given me too much oxygen. Somehow, again, through the grace of God, it's only God,
Right.
that they were able to save one eye.
Wow.
So that's how I was able, and am able to see out of one eye.
Wow.
So through all that, the family said I was a miracle. It was a miracle I was born. My mother was 5 months pregnant.
Right.
And they kept begging her to hold on to that 6 month. But she was bleeding because the placenta wasn't attached to. So she went in, she couldn't do it no more. 5 months, and she lied. She told them that she was 6 months for them to keep her.
Right.
So everything was like, is she gonna make it? Is she gonna make it? Is she not?
Right.
My grandmother on my father's side came and held my hand. I was 13 and a half inches long, tiny. And I grabbed her index finger. And then she realized my name should be Milagros. So my name is Lizette Milagros Diaz.
Wow.
And Milagros means miracle.
That's beautiful. You have such a testimony.
So it is His reason I'm here. It's His reason I'm able. And if you can't give Him that glory,
Right.
then life's not going to be great for you. Because without Him, where would we be?
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
So,
I agree.
yep.
Well, that's a beautiful testimony.
Thank you.
That is a beautiful testimony. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're sitting
Thank you
here
for
to tell
having
your
me.
story.
Yes.
That means a lot. I get emotional. That's a testimony right there. So let's jump into this book.
Okay.
You are a collaborating author. So what does that mean for people who may not understand what that
Okay.
is?
So a collaborating author means that you are there's a group of authors. So we have a co-writer that came up with a book, and she gets contributing authors, collaborating authors to come along and be part of that book. So I was given a chapter, and I'm going to backtrack a little bit because my book is not available yet, but I do have the volume 1 book. So it's the book is called a Love Story. This is the first volume, and this was amazing. This is what made me decide to jump on, because the stories in here, and this one was Why I Call Him Lover. And it's it could be about anything, right? Why I Call Him Lover. But the stories in here, the women in here really uplifted. So now my volume that I'm part of is a Love Story Volume 2, and it's called A Love Journey, My Love Journey. And my love journey just happened to be that I kissed a lot of frogs in preparation for not prince, my king. So it's an amazing chapter, and I'm not saying it because I wrote it. The whole book itself is going to be amazing because there's so many different stories of people's trials and tribulations in there, and also what's made them become who they are today and where they are on their love journey.
What got you started writing this chapter, this book? What
Well,
got you started?
I've always had a passion to write. Writing is my second nature.
Okay.
That you know, I've written poems, I've written short stories. Always wanted to write. Always said, I'm gonna write a book, I'm gonna write a book, I'm gonna write a book. In 2020, I was like, oh, this is a perfect time. We're during COVID, I'm gonna write a book, the book's gonna come out.
Right.
It didn't happen.
Right.
So once this opportunity came up, I said, again, God, you know what I want to do, and you're presenting me with an opportunity to do it.
Absolutely.
So it was like, okay, this is your start. It won't be my finish, but this is my start.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, as I was writing it, I was scared because I was getting writer's block. I haven't sat in front of a computer or even my notebook because I'm old school, so I gotta write it out. And I gotta have 5 different versions. But the fact of me getting in tune with something something I haven't done in a long time, it was scary. And it was like, what am I doing? I want to back out. Kept telling myself, I'm not doing this. No, forget it. I can't. And it was like, but then once I started and I knew what I wanted to write about, I was just like, you know what? Let me just do it.
Just do it.
Why can't I?
Right.
And you find that time wherever. However, I was doing I used my phone in the notes, making my little thoughts I wanted to put down.
Absolutely.
And the most of it, I always had a notebook with me, writing whatever. So I had it by my bed. Pick it up, a thought came in my head, and I just wrote it. And then what I do is I look at the different versions. What would sound better.
Wow.
And that's how. And it was surprising because I kept saying, I can't do this. I can't do this. Time's not gonna permit. Time's not gonna do this. Time's not gonna. But God found a way because He gave me that opportunity. And He said, don't worry, just do it.
That's amazing.
And I tell you, when y'all read this chapter,
oh my goodness,
The Frogs I Kissed, along with the other chapters in this book, you will not be disappointed. You will not.
Y'all hear that? I gotta get this book.
And we're doing pre-sale, $25 a copy. You get a signed autograph copy for $25. The book will be available in May. And you won't, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Will not.
You won't. Y'all heard it from her. Y'all heard it from her mouth. So, Liz, when do you find the time to write? You're working, you're taking care of what you got to take care of. When do you find this time to write?
Whatever chance I get. Little 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. I do a block of time. So to do this project, we had, I think a few months. I found out in October, I think it was. October. And my first draft was due in January. And although that might have seemed far out, I procrastinated a little bit, this, that, whatever. Oh, got time. I still had thoughts. I was preparing myself. But it was like it didn't come together. But then, towards the end, I realized my little 5 minutes here, my little 10 minutes here wasn't kicking. So then I had to block some time and just write. And that's what I did. And so, if it's something that you really want to do, you're going to find that time. That's the only thing I can say. This is my passion. This is what this is my second nature. So this is what I came here for. So this is what I got to do.
That's it.
And Sister JJ, I love you. You gave me an opportunity and I'm running with it. God makes no mistakes with lining people up.
He doesn't.
And this showed me that, you know what? I can write my own book.
Yes, you can.
I can do anything I put my mind to. And that's my message to people too. No matter what you've been through, because as you were seeing my chapter, like it says, kissed a lot of frogs. That's who I was. That's not who I am. And what you've been through makes you who you are today.
That's it.
You're not stuck there. It's the backbone that's going to help you. It's the ladder that's going to help you elevate. Because when I look back now, I go, I did that. And I did that. But I'm still here. And I thank God for that. So now I want to be able to share my story.
Beautiful.
So get the book, guys.
Yes,
Get the book.
get the book. Like, you basically answered all my questions all in one. I can't even look at my book. I'm like, what? So this is amazing. Again, I want to say thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come sit with me for like 5-10 minutes.
But thank you. No, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for the opportunity, for finally having the time to do this.
Absolutely.
And just, there's more to, what we see is that check-in, is that, how can I take this and inspire me?
Yes.
Inspire someone else to do something different. How many people is it relatable to? Who can relate to the story?
Absolutely.
What story do I have of my own that I can share and help the next person?
That's it.
So,
I love it.
I love it too.
And I love you.
Look, I love you. I love this. Thank you for allowing me to come share my little stuff on your platform.
We don't use that word. Okay, if that's one thing it's not little.
It's not little.
Nothing you do is little. You understand what I'm saying? So don't ever let anybody walk up to you and say, "Oh, I want to see your little book or your little chapter." We don't do that.
Listen, I'm a work in progress, so I got yes, that's right. You see,
Well, we're not gonna take that.
Right,
you understand? Right. It's what we allow ourselves to take
in. That's right.
So we're gonna do better on our words and choose our words. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
There's little about it.
I got it. No,
but
it's not.
I love it. I thank you. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Okay.
Tell them about your book again. Tell them when it's gonna launch.
Okay.
Just give them all the good information.
You can find me on Instagram as Lee Dreams, LeeDreamzz. You can find me on Facebook as Liz Diaz, Lizdiaz. And that's the two. And the book launch is going to be Sunday, May 5th. And it's going to be amazing. So if you want more information, just hit me up. And invest in that book.
Yes.
And then we're ready to hear your story next.
Absolutely. Guys, let's remember to support one another. Keep looking forward and never give up. Thank you again, Lizette, for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is episode 41. Let's talk about it, 803. Guys, we'll talk soon.